They could just be the world's most courageous athletes. They're the folks whose job is to protect us. Thousands of emergency services personnel from around the world are in BC for the 2009 World Police and Fire Games. And on this, the first full day of competition, the search was already on to find the toughest competitor alive. Jennifer Palmer reports.
Making their mark at this year's World Police and Fire Games. Early this morning, more than 300 courageous officers and firefighters tested their brawn in an 8-event grueling test known as the toughest competitor alive.
In order to be good at this event, you have to have a really well-rounded fitness regimen that you're developing all your different muscle fibers and, aerobic capacity, anaerobic, everything. So it makes it a little difficult.
Set.
Besides completing this 100-meter dash, the toughest competitor has to run a 5-kilometer race, and that's not all.
100-meter swim, 20-foot rope climb from a seated position, not using their legs, bench press, pull-ups, obstacle course. The World Police and Fire Games kicked off last night. 64 free events will challenge more than 10,000 police, corrections, and customs officers, as well as firefighters. This is the second time these games have come to the Vancouver area, and they've grown in popularity since their humble beginnings. This year's games are hosting 56 countries. The whole history of these games started in 1967 by one man's visions, Duke Nias. He was a San Diego police officer. That was in the days where California police morale was very low. We'd had the Watts riots and many other things, and he wanted to do something and he created the first ever in the world competition for police officers. He called it the California Police Olympics.
The World Police and Fire Games is the largest sporting event behind the Olympics, bringing $50 million worth of economic gain to British Columbia, spurring tourism as competitors and their families take part.
I wanted to see him do this. I've been watching him train for months and getting ready for this, and we love coming to Canada, so it was just take the time off and go.
Lots of different people from all over the world get to compete against each other, and yeah, I think that's really cool.
The first day of competition brought out the crowds to take in the toughest competitor alive and field lacrosse, but mostly it brought out a sense of family.
I think it's just a chance. There's a lot of people I know go to every single one every 2 years, and every time they get to come back and meet people I've met over the last 10, 15 years. And again, it's just to bring people that work together in like jobs, bring them together every couple of years in a spirit of competition and friendship, and it's a great idea.